Chinese President Xi gives final order at 2:47 a.m. Operation Sacred Reunification executes. 240 warships depart mainland ports. 1,800 aircraft launch from 27 airbases. 140,000 Marines board landing craft. This is the invasion. This is the moment. 75 years of tension becomes kinetic war. American satellites detect movement immediately. President receives alert at 3:01 a.m. Eastern Time. 7-minute phone call to Beijing. Diplomacy fails. At 3:47 a.m., USS Ronald Reagan launches full air wing. F-35s climb to intercept. Aegis destroyers go weapons-free. Tomahawks launch. The war over Taiwan goes hot. 2 nuclear superpowers. 2 militaries built for this fight. 1 island. Everything changes now. May 28, 2025. Chinese Eastern Theater Command executes largest amphibious operation since D-Day. Years of planning, months of preparation, weeks of final positioning. Now comes execution. This isn't surprise attack. This is announced invasion. Chinese government declares Taiwan reunification is beginning. International community has 24 hours to stay neutral. Interference will be met with force. America must choose. Honor Taiwan Relations Act, risk war with China, or abandon treaty obligations, accept Chinese fait accompli. President chooses honor. America will defend Taiwan, even if that means war. Chinese amphibious fleet forms up 100 miles offshore at 4:17 a.m. 87 major vessels, Type 075 amphibious assault ships, Type 071 landing platform docks, Type 072 landing ships, civilian ro-ro ferries impressed into military service. They carry 140,000 assault troops. First wave targets 12 beaches simultaneously. Overwhelming force, multiple landing sites, dispersed defenses. Classic amphibious doctrine executed at massive scale. Protecting invasion fleet are 34 destroyers and frigates. Type 055s lead. Type 052Ds support. Type 054As provide close escort. Combined air defense capability, 3,400 surface-to-air missiles. Combined anti-ship capability, 1,200 missiles. This is everything Chinese Eastern Theater Fleet can muster. Everything they dare commit. If invasion succeeds, Taiwan reunifies. If invasion fails, Chinese Navy is devastated for generation. What's your prediction? Type A, if you think American intervention stops invasion. Type B, if you think Chinese numbers overwhelm. American response mobilizes immediately. 3 carrier strike groups in Western Pacific. USS Ronald Reagan, northeast of Taiwan. USS Carl Vinson, east of Philippines. USS Abraham Lincoln in Philippine Sea. Total of 33 surface combatants. 6 Ticonderoga-class cruisers carrying SPY-6 radars. 21 Arleigh Burke destroyers with Aegis systems. 1,800 vertical launch cells loaded with missiles. SM-6 long-range air defense. SM-3 ballistic missile defense. SM-2 medium-range. Tomahawk land attack. LRASM anti-ship. Plus 3 Virginia-class attack submarines. 8 Los Angeles-class boats. 11 submarines total prowling waters. This is American Pacific presence. Not full Navy, just forward deployed forces. But most capable ships, best crews, latest weapons. Doctrine proven through decades of operations. Now tested against peer adversary for first time since 1945. Chinese air assault launches at 4:47 a.m. First wave is 180 J-16 strike fighters, armed with PL-15 air-to-air missiles, YJ-91 anti-radiation missiles targeting radars. Their mission is suppress Taiwanese air defenses, destroy radar sites, eliminate surface-to-air missile batteries, clear path for invasion force. J-16s cross into Taiwan Strait airspace, immediately engaged by Taiwanese Patriot missile batteries. Skybow 3 systems, NASAMS launchers. Taiwan fires 47 surface-to-air missiles in first 90 seconds. 17 Chinese aircraft destroyed. 163 continue toward targets. Drop bombs, fire missiles. Taiwanese air defenses take heavy losses. but not eliminated, damaged, degraded, still fighting. Don't miss how this Taiwan invasion triggers superpower war. Subscribe for complete battle analysis. Second Chinese Air Wave launches at 5:03 a.m. 60 J-20 stealth fighters, China's most advanced aircraft. Mission is achieve air superiority, engage American F-35s, kill Taiwanese F-16s, establish air dominance. J-20s spread across wide front, looking for targets. Taiwanese F-16Vs scramble. 48 aircraft launch from 3 airbases. They climb to engage, outnumbered 60 to 48. Technology roughly equal, training advantage Taiwan. Experience advantage China. Missiles fly, aircraft explode, dogfights erupt across Taiwan Strait. Within 12 minutes, 23 Taiwanese F-16s are destroyed. 19 Chinese J-20s shot down. Exchange rate slightly favors Taiwan. But Taiwan cannot sustain losses. China can replace aircraft. Taiwan cannot. Mathematics favor attacker. American F-35Cs from Reagan enter battle at 5:17 a.m. 48 aircraft. Sensor fusion gives them information advantage. They detect Chinese J-20s at 160 miles. Fire AIM-120D missiles at maximum range. Chinese formations break. Chaff deploys. Jamming activates. Evasive maneuvers begin. 8 J-20s destroyed in first engagement. 40 Americans versus remaining 52 Chinese. Now outnumbered, but American pilots average 1,200 flight hours. Chinese average 400 hours. Training matters. Americans shoot down 27 more J-20s over next 18 minutes. Chinese kill 11 F-35Cs. American technology and training overcome Chinese numbers. But American missiles deplete rapidly. Each F-35 carries 6 AMRAAMs. After 2 kills, aircraft is Winchester. Out of ammunition, must return to carrier, reload. This takes time. Time China uses to launch more aircraft. This level of air combat detail requires serious research. Subscribe to support this analysis. Chinese invasion fleet approaches Taiwanese coast at 18 knots. 81 operational vessels after American submarine attacks. Distance from mainland launch points to target beaches, 100 miles. Transit time at 18 knots, 5 hours and 33 minutes. They departed at 4:17 a.m., expected landing time, 9:50 a.m. But American forces won't let them arrive unopposed. USS Mississippi, Virginia-class attack submarine, positions for second attack at 6:23 a.m. Captain Jennifer Torres identifies priority targets through periscope. Type 071 Kunlunshan landing platform dock. Carries 800 Marines plus vehicles. Type 075 Hainan amphibious assault ship. Holds 1 in 200 troops plus helicopters. These are high-value targets. Kill ships, kill Marines, reduce invasion force before landing. Mississippi's vertical launch system opens. 12 Tomahawk Block 4 cruise missiles. Each carries 1,000-pound warhead. Programmed for sea skimming approach. GPS guidance. Terminal radar homing. Launch sequence begins. First missile ignites. Climbs vertically. Transitions horizontal. Descends to 50 feet. Remaining 11 follow. Mississippi immediately dives. Evades counterattack. Tomahawks fly toward targets at 550 miles per hour. Flight time, 11 minutes. Chinese fleet detects launch through radar and infrared sensors. Type 055 destroyer Nanchang commands air defense. Tracks all 12 missiles. Assigns HQ-9 interceptors. Long-range engagement. 8 HQ-9s fire. Accelerate to Mach 4.2. Engage Tomahawks at 35 miles. Explosions blossom. 8 missiles destroyed. 4 continue. Closer now. 18 miles. Type 052D destroyers fire HQ-16 medium-range missiles. 16 interceptors toward 4 targets. Multiple shots per threat. 3 more Tomahawks destroyed. 1 penetrates. Hits Kunlunshan. Detonates in troop compartment. Blast tears through hull. Secondary explosions as fuel and ammunition cook off. 840 Marines killed instantly or drown as ship floods. Kunlunshan sinks in 18 minutes. USS Columbia, another Virginia-class boat, fires 8 Tomahawks at 6:31 a.m. Similar attack profile, Chinese defenses engage. 6 missiles destroyed, 2 penetrate. Both hit Hainan, 1 impacts flight deck, destroys helicopters, 2nd penetrates hull, detonates in vehicle deck, 800 Marines killed. Hainan mission killed, dead in water, burning. Eventually sinks. American submarine attacks killed 2,440 Marines, sunk 3 major amphibious vessels, reduced invasion force significantly. But 131,560 troops remain on 78 ships. Still overwhelming force, still adequate for invasion. American submarines succeeded tactically, failed strategically. Invasion continues. Chinese response to American submarine attacks is massive coordinated strike against carrier battle groups. This is moment Chinese Navy trained for. This is coordinated multi-axis assault. Overwhelm American defenses through saturation, speed, complexity. 12 Type 055 destroyers launch simultaneously at 6:47 a.m. Each fires 12 YJ-18, Yingji-18 anti-ship cruise missiles. Total of 144 missiles, subsonic. Mach 0.9, sea skimming at 50 feet altitude, range 300 miles. Flight time to Reagan battle group, 20 minutes. Each carries 300-kilogram semi-armor piercing warhead with delayed fuse, designed to penetrate hull before detonating inside ship. Maximize internal damage. Additionally, Chinese 2nd Artillery Corps launches 24 DF-21D Dongfeng carrier killer ballistic missiles from mobile launchers in Fujian province at 6:47 a.m. plus 30 seconds. 2-stage solid fuel rockets. First stage burns for 60 seconds. Separates at 40 miles altitude. Second stage ignites. Climbs to 200 miles. Coasts. Deploys maneuverable re-entry vehicle. Terminal guidance activates. Active radar seeker acquires carrier signature. Maneuvers at Mach 10. Impact velocity 7,000 miles per hour. Each carries 1 300-pound penetrating warhead. These are specifically designed to kill aircraft carriers. 20 years of development, hundreds of tests. Now combat employment. Flight time from launch to impact. 8 minutes. DF-21Ds arrive 7:15 a.m. YJ-18 cruise missiles arrive 7:07 a.m. 8-minute separation. 2 separate threat streams, different speeds, different altitudes, different vectors, forces American Aegis systems to engage multiple threats simultaneously, splits attention, degrades coordination. This is Chinese strategy perfected. USS Reagan Battle Group detects ballistic missile launch at 6:47 a.m. plus 30 seconds through space-based infrared system satellites. 24 rocket motor signatures. Trajectory analysis confirms targeting Reagan. Warning transmitted to fleet within 2.1 seconds. Vampire, ballistic missile launch. Count 24, bearing 273, time to impact 8 minutes. Every ship in battle group processes threat data simultaneously. USS Lake Erie, Ticonderoga-class cruiser, commands air defense for group. Combat Information Center activates. Captain orders SM-3 Block 2IA interceptors to launch. These are America's premier ballistic missile defense weapons, $36 million each. 3-stage solid rocket. Kinetic kill vehicle, designed for exo-atmospheric intercepts. Lake Erie launches 6 SM-3s. USS Chancellorsville launches 6. USS Shiloh launches 6. USS Wayne E. Meyer launches 6. 24 interceptors engaging 24 threats, 1 for 1. Missiles climb vertically. First stage burns 12 seconds, separates. Second stage ignites, accelerates to Mach 15, climbs to 100 miles altitude. Third stage fires. Kinetic kill vehicle separates. Advanced infrared seeker activates. Scans space for targets. DF-21D re-entry vehicles are thermally bright. Friction generates heat. Seekers acquire. Onboard computers calculate intercept geometry. Divert thrusters, fire micro adjustments, close velocity differential. Impact occurs at combined speed exceeding 20,000 miles per hour. Kinetic energy alone destroys both objects. 14 successful intercepts between 80-110 miles altitude. DF-21D warheads destroyed before reaching atmosphere. 10 threats remain, already descended below 60 miles. Terminal phase, maneuvering. SM-3 cannot engage this low. Wrong weapon, wrong phase. SM-6 missiles must finish job. Dual-role interceptors, air defense and terminal ballistic defense capable. Advanced active radar seeker, high maneuverability, long range, each costs $5.4 million. American ships launch 40 SM-6s against 10 targets, 4 interceptors per DF-21D. Multiple chances, multiple layers. Engagement begins at 90 miles. SM-6 accelerates to Mach 3.5. Climbs, dives, tracks hypersonic maneuvering targets through terminal phase. Incredibly difficult. Target moving Mach 10. Maneuvering unpredictably. Radar cross-section small. 7 successful intercepts between 50-75 miles. 3 DF-21Ds penetrate below 30 miles. Seconds from impact. No remaining defensive layers. Phalanx cannot track hypersonics. ESSM too slow. SM-2 inadequate. 3 impacts at 7:15 a.m. First DF-21D hits Reagan's flight deck forward. Mach 10 impact. One 300-pound warhead punches through armored deck, continues through hangar, detonates in gallery spaces. 15 aircraft destroyed. Fuel ignites. Ordnance explodes. 240 sailors killed. Second DF-21D hits. Island superstructure. Penetrates bridge. Detonates flag plot. Admiral killed. Captain killed. Command eliminated. 100 dead. Third DF-21D misses Reagan. Hits Chancellorsville instead. Penetrates hull. Detonates machinery spaces. Ship loses power. 240 killed. Mission killed. Chinese hypersonic weapons achieved objectives. Reagan crippled. Escort destroyed. Before cruise missiles even arrive. What would you do as American fleet commander after losing flagship? Comment your tactical response below. Cruise missile wave arrives while fleet is engaging ballistic threats. 144 YJ-18s. Reagan group already damaged. Coordination degraded. Command structure shattered. Defensive success rate drops to 71%. Out of 144 missiles, 42 penetrate. USS Shiloh takes 7 hits. Sinks. USS Curtis Wilbur takes 4 hits. Burns. USS Mustin takes 3 hits. Mission killed. Reagan takes 11 additional hits. Fires out of control. Flooding uncontrollable. Captain orders abandon ship at 7:47 a.m. Crew evacuates. 4,800 sailors in water. Reagan sinks at 9:23 a.m. First American carrier lost in combat since World War II. Largest single-day naval loss since Pearl Harbor. Chinese invasion fleet continues toward Taiwan despite American attacks. They've lost 6 amphibious ships, 4,200 Marines killed at sea, but 134,000 troops remain, 81 vessels operational. They push toward beaches. Cover provided by air superiority fighters, ground-based artillery, naval gunfire support. First Chinese Marines hit Taiwanese beaches at 8:47 a.m. 12 landing zones. Simultaneous assaults, overwhelming force. Taiwanese defenders contest every meter. Artillery pounds landing craft. Machine guns rake beaches. Anti-tank missiles destroy vehicles. Chinese take enormous casualties. But mass prevails. By 11 a.m., 7 beachheads are established. Chinese forces push inland. Taiwan defense becomes desperate. If you're following this Taiwan invasion, hit subscribe now. American forces continue attacking despite carrier loss. USS Carl Vinson and USS Abraham Lincoln launch maximum strikes, 144 FA-18s, 48 F-35Cs. Total of 192 aircraft hitting Chinese invasion fleet. They carry AGM-158C LRASM anti-ship missiles. Stealthy, sea-skimming, network-enabled. 280 missiles total targeting Chinese vessels. Chinese escorts attempt defense. HQ-9 long range, HQ-16 medium range. Type 1130 close-in weapons. Defensive success rate 64%, 101 LRASMs destroyed, 179 hit targets, 23 Chinese warships sink, 14 amphibious vessels destroyed, 8,700 more Marines killed. But invasion continues, remaining forces already ashore, beachheads secured. Chinese air cover prevents additional American strikes. Stalemate develops. By noon, May 28th, casualties stagger comprehension. Chinese losses: 127 aircraft destroyed, 37 warships sunk, 12,900 Marines killed at sea, 18,400 wounded ashore. Taiwan losses: 67 aircraft destroyed, 2,340 military killed, 8,900 wounded, 12,300 civilians dead from bombardment. American losses: 43 aircraft destroyed. USS Ronald Reagan carrier sunk, 7 escorts destroyed. 5,180 sailors killed, 3,140 wounded. This is just first day. War is beginning, not ending. Taiwan government relocates to Hualien, Eastern Mountains. Protected by geography, President addresses nation, vows continued resistance, thanks American support, requests more assistance. American President convenes emergency NSC meeting. Options presented: escalate commitment, risk more carriers, more casualties, potential nuclear confrontation, or negotiate ceasefire. Accept Chinese control of Western Taiwan, preserve American forces, limit losses, no good options exist. Your engagement determines what content we create. Comment your analysis and share this video. Allied reactions vary dramatically. Japan goes to maximum alert. Self-defense forces mobilize. Debate emergency constitutional amendments. If China takes Taiwan, Japan is next. South Korea hedges. Condemns violence. Takes no position on sovereignty. Doesn't want Chinese anger. Doesn't want American pressure. Australia commits forces. RAAF fighters deploy. RAN ships sail north. Shows alliance solidarity. Philippines requests immediate American withdrawal from bases. Doesn't want to become Chinese target. Regional order collapses. American credibility questioned. Alliances fracture. Chinese domestic reaction is triumphant. State media shows Marines raising flag on Taiwanese beaches. Declares reunification inevitable. National rejuvenation achieved. Public supports despite casualties. This is China's moment. This is Xi's legacy, worth any cost, worth any sacrifice. Nationalist fervor peaks. American intervention proves hostile intent. Validates Chinese military buildup. Justifies any future actions. Taiwan operation becomes foundation for broader ambitions. American domestic politics explode. Opposition demands withdrawal, questions why American lives are lost over Taiwan. Compares to Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, another forever war. Protests erupt. Anti-war movement activates. Public support drops from 61% to 39% in 24 hours. President faces impossible pressure. Congress demands briefings. Media questions strategy. Allies doubt commitment. Adversaries sense weakness. Single day of combat produces strategic crisis. If you made it through this Taiwan war outbreak, you understand modern superpower conflict. Subscribe. 3 final questions for strategic analysts. First, can America defend Taiwan against full Chinese invasion? Second, does nuclear escalation become inevitable when carriers sink? Third, what happens to regional order when American credibility collapses? Your expert analysis matters. Drop detailed assessment. Share with defense professionals. Subscribe, because Taiwan War is defining conflict of 21st century. Everything changes from this moment. Regional balance, American alliances, Chinese ambitions, global order, all transformed by war that just went hot. Reagan sank, Taiwan burns, Marines die, and nobody knows if this is beginning or end. War has started. Question is whether anyone can stop it, whether escalation can be controlled, whether nuclear weapons stay holstered. This is the war everyone feared, the war nobody wanted, the war that couldn't be prevented. Over Taiwan, between superpowers, and outcome determines Asia's future for generations.